Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about eyeliner 101. I'll show you guys how I have learned and taught myself how to do a wing liner as a beginner, and I hope it somehow helps you guys achieve what you're looking for. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and be a part of the Tebe fam. I would love to have you guys here. And without further ado, let's just jump right on into this video. The way that I do eyeliner, a wing liner, I occasionally, that's the word, I occasionally use two different eyeliners. I think today I'm just going to use one. I actually haven't used it yet, so this should be interesting, but testing it out on my hand, it looks like it's kind of the in-between of the other two liquid liners I would use. First, I would use the NYX matte liquid liner. This is a very black, very wet eyeliner. I use this for the wing because it's easy. I don't have to press too hard. I just kind of flick and it's there, and it just makes life so much more easier. It doesn't pull, it doesn't drag at my eye. So I do recommend that you try using like a brush type of liner for that if you have trouble, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to say this is a beginner one because it might not be for all of them, but for me as a beginner it worked perfectly. It helped me. I had trouble with like the felt tip marker liners. I felt like they tugged at my eye. It was too hard to get a sharp winged line, so I branched out and I tried a brush tip, and it just changed my wing liner game. I'm still learning how to perfect them, but I'm just giving you guys as my beginner tips, so I hope they help. Today I'm going to be using the Physisians Formula Eye Booster. Now this is supposed to help enhance and help grow your eyelashes. It's supposed to have like some serum in them. It's called 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner in Ultra Black. I'm going to use that. It looks like it's like a brush tip. It's kind of like a brush tip, but it's also kind of like a felt tip because it's like really soft. It's not too hard. So we'll see how that goes. Hoping for the best. Cross our fingers. What I would do normally, like before I got this, is I would use a marker type liner to line the lash line, and then I'd go in with my NYX matte liquid liner and I'd do the wing, and then I'd bring it in and color it in with that. So that's what I would do with that. That's how I would normally do it, but we're just going to use one because I know not everybody can afford two liquid liners. Not everybody can, do all that. So we're just going to use one. Now, one thing I recommend is you got to shake it. You got to get all the liquid to the tip. First things first is we're going to do the outer wing part. And I like to start right here at the end of my lash line. Right there. And I like to take it out a little bit. And I like to match it with the end of my brow. Also note that everybody's eye shape is different, so a circled eye shape will have to do a different wing liner than an almond shaped or whatever the case may be, hooded eyes and all that. Sometimes I do take my liner out straight out. It just depends, but to get that lifted look, you want to go up towards the tip of your brow. So that's what we're going for. Now you could go long, you could go short. Like this can be done. You could bring it in, call it a day. That's your wing liner. But I'm going to go a little bit farther out because that's normally what I do. Also, I want to be able to show you guys a little bit better. Okay, so once you have that line, what I like to do, now I know a lot of people just bring it in and they do all that. But what I like to do is I like to do my lash line first. So I'll lightly trace the lash line like so. It's also important to tilt your head. It just makes things easier instead of having to go in different angles, because it's a lot harder to have a steady hand in an awkward angle. So it's easier to tilt your head if you need to. I really like this liner. It's not too hard to put on, and it's very like black, so I like that. Once you have the line, you want to go ahead and take in your wing. Now I typically go about all the way to the top. I just leave a tiny bit of the tip done like by itself, so I'll go right about here and I'll take it in. You just want to take it straight in, straight to that line, and then fill in the empty space. Now, obviously, this isn't the perfect wing, so once you have your like structure down, you can start perfecting anything you need to. If you want to build the intensity, if you want to make it thicker, longer, you can. It makes it a lot easier to start smaller and add on than to overdo it and have to redo your whole look. So now I'm going to fix it, because as you can see in the outer wing part, it's a little crazy, like it's rough, and it's a little rough over here too, so I'm just gonna fix that out, even it out, and then we should have a finished look. Okay, so that little last flick totally ruined it. I was pretty pleased with what I had before I ruined it, so I'm just going to go in and fix it. I kind of did it on purpose to show you guys that if you make mistakes, you can use concealer to fix it. So I'm just taking my Tarte Shape Tape. I really don't need that much, because sometimes too much is too much. Taking my Tarte Shape Tape and just any concealer brush, take it and you just carve out that wing. Another thing that works nicely other than concealer, if you haven't already done like your foundation and all that, is makeup removing wipes. I actually like those better, but I already have my foundation and stuff on, so I didn't want to like remove it and stuff. So concealer is a good way to go. Okay, so I went ahead and did the other eye. I also applied mascara. I just kind of want to give quick little tips here and there. One, You don't have to apply a lot of pressure if you're using a product like I mentioned, because if you do, it's just going to create a big blob. So be aware of that. Also, if you like to curl your eyelashes, please, well, it's up to you guys, but I very much recommend curling them after you do liner, because when you curl them before, they kind of get in the way and it's hard to see, and you'll get like liner all over them, and for me it's a problem, so it might be a problem for you as well. I like to curl them afterwards. I just let them dry a little bit so when I curl it doesn't take it off, but if it does take it off, you can just go right back over it after you put mascara. So that's something to keep in mind. And other than that, just make sure that you have a steady hand and you have somewhere you can place it, whether you're bending over on your dresser, put your elbow down or something, or if you're not, you can like lightly rest your hand on your cheek. Just make sure you do that, and just remember, practice makes perfect. You probably, if you've never done eyeliner before, don't expect to do it right off the bat. I know I didn't. Practice does make perfect. I do sometimes practice in the mirror before I go to bed or wash my face. I'll put quick liner on or whatever if I'm in the mood. So you could always do that. But yeah, just keep trying and don't give up. This is how I learned how to do liner. Everybody has their own ways, and this is just what worked for me as a beginner, and I hope I some way help you achieve what you're looking for as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Before you guys leave, you're already here, you might as well. And be sure to spread positivity, peace, and happiness. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.